2 weeks from today, the Cowboys report for training camp in Oxnard, California. Former Cowboy and College Football Hall of Famer Tony Casillas here to talk Cowboys and to discuss a big event Friday night that Tony and I are involved in. It is for an organization called Jeffrey Has Heart, a group that helps families who have children with congenital heart disease. Tony's the headliner for the Friday night gala on the SMU campus, and I know you've kind of been reading up on this cause. It should be a fun night, huh?
It should be, and as you just alluded to, it's such a tremendous, when you think about kids and the whole story with Jeffrey, it's going to be a tremendous night. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully raise a lot of money, Mike.
Yeah, come on out and meet Tony Casillas Friday night. I'll be interviewing Tony. Still time to get your tickets. Few are left at jeffreyhasheart.org for details on that, and I'll tweet a link as well. It's on the SMU campus at the band hall there. Third annual Jeffrey Has Heart benefit gala. Cowboys in camp a couple of weeks from now. Zeke Elliott's healthy. He's eligible for the time being to play for the Cowboys as well. I know this might be an oversimplification, but is Ezekiel Elliott the key to the Cowboys season, having a successful season, do you think?
Well, I think there's no drama this year, and we know what happened last year. We didn't know when he was going to be suspended or whatever. Now there's no Des Bryant, there's no Jason Witten, so I think this team needs to be refreshed going into camp. A lot, I think, is going to be on the line as far as where this team is, but certainly when all you're talking about is football, Mike, it makes things a lot more where you can just focus on what you need to do to prepare and get ready for the season.
Yeah, no Dez, no Witten, such familiar faces on this offense. So how does Dak Prescott step up in his third year and really establish himself as a guy who can be a top flight quarterback in the NFL?
Well, I think it's just going to be we're going to find out a lot about Dak Prescott. You know, you don't have someone like Jason Witten, a guy that's been there for so many years, no Des Bryant. I mean, they collectively put a lot of people around him, new people, wide receivers. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of chemistry is developed through OTAs and offseason. But I think this is Dak Prescott's telling you, we're going to see what we get and what they really sacrificed by letting Tony Romo go. But I think Dak Prescott's going to be okay. I expect a lot of great things from him this year.
On defense, Demarcus Lawrence had a huge year last year. They have a young secondary, still a lot of question marks defensively. Are you confident Rod Marinelli can put together a respectable and maybe even good defensive unit?
Well, Demarcus Lawrence gets paid, and the franchise tag. Look, there's a lot of things that when you look at this defense, you look at a secondary that's older, that they spent a lot of money on and a lot of draft picks on, and then you look on top of that, they go out and get a linebacker via the draft. So I think Rod Marinelli is really hoping that those guys come to fruition, because on that side of the football, those guys are really going to have to really make a contribution this year, because in order for this team to turn a corner, I think you have to see right away some of the results of those young guys going into their second year.
It's been a while since you had to prepare for a training camp. Do you miss it this time of the year?
Oh,
still?
no.
Does it
it's not like it used to be. The old school of just trying to survive, going out in Oxnard and not really breaking a sweat. It's training camp, and my gosh, when you're 75 degrees and you don't sweat, Mike, it's a little different than the dog days in Austin.
In Austin and Wichita Falls, yeah. Good old days syndrome from Tony Casillas. Come on out and meet Tony Friday night, the Jeffrey Has Heart Gala on the SMU campus. jeffreyhasheart.org for details there, and check out our Twitter feeds for the latest as well. Thanks, Tony. I'm Mike Ducey, Fox 4 Sports.